Did you know that, according to a report from the US Department of Agriculture, raising a child to the age of 18 costs an average of $233,610? Let that sink in for a moment. It's a figure that might have you gasping in disbelief. It's a number that seems to loom over the joy of parenting, casting a shadow of financial worry. But let's pull that number apart, dissect it, and see what we're really looking at. The largest chunk of that cost is housing. Providing a safe, comfortable home for your child accounts for about a third of the total cost. Next comes food. Those growing bodies need fuel, and that fuel isn't free. We're talking about another chunk of the total cost, around 16%. Then we have education. From school supplies to college tuition, education is a significant expense. It's not just about pencils and textbooks though. Think about the cost of extracurricular activities, field trips, and the seemingly endless list of back-to-school necessities that appear every year. And let's not forget about healthcare, regular checkups, vaccinations, the occasional broken arm from climbing trees. It all adds up. On average, healthcare can take up about 8% of the total cost. Now, I know these numbers might seem overwhelming, even intimidating. You might be sitting there thinking, how can I possibly afford this? You're not alone in this. So many parents feel this financial strain, this worry that they won't be able to provide for their child. Sounds daunting, doesn't it? But don't worry, there are ways to cut these costs significantly. And that's what we're going to dive into next. The journey of parenthood doesn't have to be a financial nightmare. With some savvy strategies and a bit of creativity, you can navigate the financial side of raising kids without breaking the bank. So are you ready to learn how to make it work? Let's dive into the story of the Johnson family, who managed to raise 3 kids on a single income. Now, the Johnsons are your everyday family, but with an extraordinary sense of financial discipline and creativity. They started their journey into frugal living when their first child was born. With a single income and the cost of living on a steady climb, they knew they had to make some changes. And so, they did, with meal planning being their first step into a frugal lifestyle. The Johnsons began to plan their meals around what was on sale at the grocery store each week. They also took advantage of seasonal produce and bulk buying, reducing their grocery bill significantly, while ensuring they had nutritious meals on the table. But their frugality didn't stop at meal planning. They also embraced the idea of buying secondhand. From clothes to toys to furniture, the Johnsons turned to thrift stores, garage sales, and online marketplaces to find what they needed. Not only did this save them money, but it also taught their kids an important lesson about the value of things. And that new doesn't always mean better. The Johnsons also made a conscious effort to prioritize needs over wants. They understood that the latest gadgets or designer clothes are nice to have, but not necessary for a happy, fulfilling life. So they made a pact. Before any purchase, they would ask themselves, do we really need this? More often than not, the answer was no. This simple practice helped them avoid unnecessary expenses and save for things that truly mattered to them. Through their journey, the Johnsons learned that frugal living is not about deprivation, but about making informed and mindful decisions. It's about understanding the difference between what you want and what you need, and finding joy in the things you already have. The Johnsons show us that with some creativity and discipline, living frugally with kids is entirely possible. Their story is a testament to the fact that you don't need a fortune to raise a family. You just need a little bit of planning, a dash of creativity, and a whole lot of love. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How can you implement these frugal practices in your own family? First off, budgeting. Budgeting isn't just about tracking where your money goes. It's about planning where it should go. Start by listing your income and all your expenses. Once you have a clear picture, you can start to make adjustments. Prioritize needs over wants and always make room for savings. Next, let's talk about meal planning. This is a game changer. Instead of deciding what to eat on the spot, plan your meals for the week. This not only reduces stress, but also helps to avoid unnecessary spending on takeout or on ingredients that go to waste. Try to cook in bulk and freeze meals for later. You'll be surprised how much you can save when you're not making daily trips to the grocery store. Now, on to children's clothes and toys. It's no secret that kids grow out of clothes in the blink of an eye. Instead of buying new, consider second-hand options. There are plenty of online platforms where you can buy gently used items for a fraction of the cost. And when it comes to toys, less really is more. Kids often play more creatively when they have fewer toys. So, resist the urge to buy every shiny new thing and instead focus on quality over quantity. Lastly, communication is key. Talk about money with your family. Make it a normal part of conversation. This doesn't mean stressing your kids out about finances, but rather teaching them about the value of money and the importance of saving. This way, you're not just saving money now, you're raising financially savvy adults for the future. Remember, every little bit counts when it comes to saving money. Frugality isn't about depriving yourself or your family. It's about making thoughtful decisions that prioritize long-term financial health over short-term ones. Every small change you make today can add up to big savings down the line. Frugal living isn't just about saving money. It's also about teaching valuable life lessons. Now let's dive into the world beyond the bank account and explore the benefits of frugal living that stretch beyond mere dollar signs. Imagine a world where your children understand the value of money, not just in terms of the shiny new toy or the latest gadget they can buy, but in terms of the effort and time it represents. Frugality teaches them that money is earned, not simply given, and that each purchase is a decision to be made carefully. It's about understanding that every dollar spent is a dollar that could have been saved or invested. This wisdom, instilled early, can set them on a path to financial independence and security in adulthood. But the lessons go beyond financial literacy. Embracing frugality can help instill a deep sense of gratitude in your children. When they learn to appreciate what they have, rather than constantly longing for more, they develop a healthier, more balanced perspective on life. They learn to find joy in the simple things and to value experiences and relationships over material possessions. Moreover, frugality can also be a pathway to environmental sustainability. By reusing, recycling, and reducing consumption, we are not only saving money but also contributing to the well-being of our planet. Teaching our children to be mindful consumers can help them understand their role in preserving the world for future generations. And let's not forget about the benefits for us as parents. When we choose to live frugally, we are often choosing to live more simply. This can mean less stress, more time for the things that truly matter, and the satisfaction of knowing we're not just chasing the next big thing. So remember, frugality isn't about depriving yourself or your children. It's about living intentionally and appreciating what you have. It's about making choices that align with your values, setting a positive example for your children, and creating a lifestyle that is sustainable, fulfilling, and rich in ways that money can't buy. Frugal living is a journey, and we're all learning as we go. Each one of us is on a unique path, navigating the twists and turns of raising a family without breaking the bank. And maybe, just maybe, you found a few shortcuts, discovered some hidden treasures, or stumbled upon a secret hack that's made your journey a little easier, a little more enjoyable. Imagine if you could share that knowledge, that wisdom, with others who are on the same journey. Think about the impact your experiences could have, the relief and encouragement it could bring to someone who's just starting out, or perhaps feeling a bit lost. That's the power of community, the strength found in sharing and learning from each other. We all have stories to tell, tips to share, and wisdom to impart. Maybe you found a way to make homemade snacks that your kids love, saving you a fortune on store-bought options. Or perhaps you've discovered a method to teach your children about money and saving that's really resonated with them. It could be a tip on how to plan and prepare meals on a budget without compromising on nutrition and taste, or a trick to making birthdays and holidays special without extravagant spending. It might even be a story about a tough financial decision you had to make and how it shaped your family's life for the better. Whatever it is, Your experiences are valuable, your insights beneficial, and your story worth telling. So we invite you to share, to contribute to this community of frugal families, navigating the waters of financial responsibility together. What's your top tip for frugal family living? Share it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks on living a frugal family life. Until next time, keep saving and keep thriving. Check out my next video that YouTube suggests, and I'll see you on the other side.